took didn't seem like an animal. It ignored the garbage, dirty dishes in the sink and the fridge, all things I assume a scavenger would be interested in. I couldn't figure out why it had stopped at my door. I still don't know. Yesterday, the white bird told me that it would always watch over me. The red bird said that they couldn't protect me. The birds didn't leave the window for a while after their songs. They just kept chirping away, like they wanted me to remember what they sounded like. All of yesterday, I did my best to be productive. I went to see my dad. We talked for a long time and he asked about the birds. He asked me what they said would happen. I told him they didn't really say anything too special. He laughed, and then he asked me about the dog. For a minute I was confused. I thought possibly his mind was wandering, so I pressed about it. He told me that before I told them about the birds at my window, I would wake them up crying every night about the dog in my room. He couldn't remember how I described it with my limited vocabulary, only that it was as horrific as a child could make it. He told me he and Mom would console me every night. I started to remember, as he went over the details, the memory playing in my head as if sung by the birds. The black pajamas my dad would wear, the white flowing gown Mom wore to bed, how I would run to their room every night, how they both held me and told me that they would always watch over me. My parents always tried their best to keep me safe. My mom taught me to see the brighter side of things, and my dad, always stern, taught me the negatives were important too. After my mother passed away, the birds started to get weaker, and with my dad's fading health, I just don't think their songs are loud enough anymore. I left the hospital and returned home to finish cleaning the house. Every inch of it became spotless. As I sat in my room last night and watched out the window, I could see it in the yard looking back at me. I understood why as a child I called it a dog. That was probably all I could come up with, and even now I don't know what else to call it. I couldn't see it too well in the dark, but whatever it was hunched over on 4 feet, polar opposite to what the erosion birds looked like. Its body was large and looked to have layers upon layers of skin peeling off of it. The eyes were yellow and glowing like spotlights. I'm glad I didn't have to see it in great detail. I think I understand now. This is what the red bird was talking about. This is it. This is who is going to find me. I wanted to write this all down before it gets too dark. This morning I woke up and listened to the songs my birds sang to me. I tried not to spend all day in bed. I tried to think of some way to go against the predictions, but it's never worked before. So I did my best to make peace and try to get down what I could, put it out there. I called my dad and told him I loved him, and now here I am. The songs playing in my head over and over. The red bird sang to me that the creature would be in my room tonight, like it had been when I was a child. The white bird told me that I would be with my mother once more. If there is an afterlife, hopefully we have Lou comfits there, because that'd be opium as hell.